It may still be June, but Christmas is coming early for everyone who wants a D-Max because Isuzu took the customer wish list and got to work. This is the new 2024 Isuzu D-Max. Hey everyone, Vince here from AutoIndustriya, and what I've got for you today is the new Isuzu D-Max. Now the D-Max, it's one of the most proven pickup trucks in its category. It marries the capability of Isuzu's turbo diesel engines, both in 3.0 and in 1.9, with the robust platform, with the chassis, the way they do the suspension, and of course the new creature comforts inside. We'll show you more of that, and one of the biggest beds in its class. We've got two variants for you. Right here in the back is the LSA Plus 4x2. Right here is the LSE 4x4 automatic. Now, can you see the differences with the vehicle compared to the previous one? You can see that they did change out the front end. They gave it a bit more of that matte gray that we actually like, giving a nice contrast with the body color. You can see more of that contrast right there in the back, particularly with the white. You can see the differences with this model because it's got the new bi-projector LED headlights with the new DRL, the new fog lamps and all that. That one in the back, it has the halogen headlights, but still very, very good when it comes to lighting up the road. Powering both versions of the D-Max we have here today is the venerable 4JJ3 TCX. It's a 3-liter turbo intercooler diesel engine. Actually, it's a variable geometry turbo diesel engine, and it's got 190 PS and 450 Newton meters of torque. This is a very proven engine, one that you can really count on to take you through the long haul. Now, looking around the engine bay, what do we see? Well, we see everything positioned very high. We like that in a truck. It's got a big fan there, which is belt driven, very, very reliable. But more importantly, do you see where the air intake is? Well, it's right up here, very high up, because the D-Max has a water weighting of up to 800 millimeters, which is somewhere maybe around here. So still plenty of give when it comes to weighting. When it comes to the transmission, you've got a 6-speed automatic in this variant, but other variants can have a manual. There's actually another engine that is not present here. It's the 1.9 liter that is available in the 4x2 grade models of the Isuzu D-Max. Now it's starting to rain. Let's see if we can go somewhere else where we have no rain. So finally, the rain has stopped. That was a lot of rain. We missed that kind of thing here in the Philippines for the last couple of months, but now we can check out the new D-Max. So the wheels, these are still 18 inches, and they've got the all-terrain tires going on, meaning there's really no need to upgrade to anything else unless you're going for mud terrain. Now, looking around the vehicle, you got the black details here, black and gray, this being the LSE 4x4 variant. You've got the roof rails up top that can hold up to 100 kilograms of weight, which is a nice thing. But the best upgrade here is when you look at the back, because see right here, you've got 4x4 with Diff Lock. That is the biggest upgrade we've wanted with the D-Max since they launched it a couple of years ago, and now we finally have it. So let's go around some of the other changes here. You got the new design taillights here, which look really, really nice, by the way. You still have the integrated rear bumper, and being that this is the 4x4 LSE, you have the 360 around view monitor, but the best part is always the space of the cargo bed. Now this one measures 56 inches long, about 58 inches wide, and 43.5 between the wheel wells. Up to here, it's around 19.25, but you do have a nice extension up here that they call the cargo sail. A lot of Isuzu customers really want that feature in their D-Max. But if you're going for a different variant, well, the 4x2, it has the extension up here that we've seen in other models. The cargo space here is the same, so it's around 56 inches by 58 and 43.5 between the wheel wells, but you do have tie-down points for all kinds of stuff. So really, it's one of those tough trucks that you can count on for any kind of occasion. Now let's check out what's inside, because quite a few nice upgrades in there. So the back seat of the new D-Max looks really good. We've sat in it and the changes here are actually really nice. The seats, the scalloping really good. It's even got a center armrest here if you want to chill with 2 cup holders. For amenities, you've got 2 AC vents right down there, which is really good. And then you have a little pocket here and a USB-C port, which is great for charging. No need to run a long cable from over there. You've got one right here. You got 2 pockets over there. You got this hook right here. You can hang stuff if you don't want to hold on to it, which is good. Getting in and out is easy because you've got these grab handles and you've got the side steps right here. But the best part here is the versatility. You see, one of the best features about any pickup truck is when you can lift up the seats individually. Case in point right here. It's a 60-40 split and you can hang it up here. Let's see, when we move this up, you can clip it right here to the headrest, and then now you've got a nice taller space. This is going to be great if you're bringing home, let's say, I don't know, plants, or maybe if you went to Paete in Laguna, bought a statue, you can have it right here and secure it however you wish, which is pretty good. And by the way, one of the newer features of the new D-Max, particularly the high-end variants, you've got this nice Mura Ori going on there. Chairman gave us a translation. He says it's some kind of origami. I did not know Chairman can speak Japanese. When we stepped inside the new D-Max for the first time a couple of years ago, we remarked that the interior looks so much better. It's a huge upgrade. But this one, what they did was they refined a lot of things based on customer feedback. For example, customers wanted a more upscale interior. So the materials, the leather, the way they do the pad here, it all seems a little bit better. Even the trim, when it comes to this right there, it has that Mura Ori that Chairman was trying to explain to us. Even with the door cards here, it's got all of that going on. But when you look around more closely, you'll see a lot of details that are upgraded from the previous LSE. And the ones I can spot right away, the instrument cluster, it's different. It's got a full digital screen right here in the middle. Has all your information for your speed, fuel economy, all that stuff, outside temperature, time. The time right now is in the wrong setting, but you know, we're gonna adjust that later on. The tachometer on the left seems a bit different because it's no longer a round bezel. It's more of half moon, but like a geometric half moon. On the right, we've got the fuel meter, but also a really neat temperature gauge right there, which is kind of different from what we saw before. Right here on the steering wheel, it seems a lot more improved compared to before. Feels great, the stitching is nice. It still has controls for your audio system, your Bluetooth and all that right here on the left side. On the right side, you have your advanced driver assistance systems. For example, this one does have the adaptive cruise control, which you can use, let's say on Skyway 3, you just want to keep it at 60. You can set it and just drive along very, very comfortably, very conveniently, and very safely. There are a lot more features under the ADAS package, and we'll list it all right here because all these features are meant to keep you safe and secure. But a lot of the best features of the new D-Max you can spot right here in the middle. Now you do have your light and all that. You do have the sunglass holder here, we've known that, and the RFID up there. And then you have this auto dimming rear view mirror. This feature I really like on a lot of vehicles. Just makes things a lot easier. Then up here, you've got a little tray, which is a carryover from the previous D-Max, which is a really nice feature to have. It's good to have storage up here. Your hazard button is there. But one change here is the screen. They've upgraded it. It's got plenty of new features. You've got your off-road angles there. If you want to venture out into the trails, you can really put that to use. It's got the 360 camera, which is really good, by the way. One door is open, so it won't show that side, but you can see it's a very nice clear screen. And when you push these buttons, you can select the back, you can select the side, which is very, very useful when maneuvering around the city or when you're going off-road. You can place your tire with confidence and precision. Now, as you can see, this one does have Android Auto, which is really nice. Now, right now we're in the middle of the woods, so it's the data is non-existent right now, but the actual screen, the actual features here are pretty much Android Auto, and it's also got Apple CarPlay, which roll in the B-roll right now. But the best part, if you'll notice, my phone is not plugged in. It's wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. Good stuff. And they also put in the wireless charger, so I can have my phone down there, have it charge up, meaning I can really put it to use as an Android user, not really bothering with the cable anymore. Right now it's not going to work because the door is open. That's a requirement for this wireless charger. Now right here below the screen, you've got your dual zone climate control unit, which is nice. It also has the vents here like I showed you earlier, so the people in the back, they can enjoy the cool air. Below it, you've got the panel for your four-wheel drive controls. So you got 2 high, 4 high, and when you want to engage it for more challenging off-road conditions, you can engage 4 low. And mind you, this one also has an off-road mode, which maximizes the delivery of torque to be able to reduce wheel spin and keep you going when you're on a trail or on a tricky course. Now here you got the USB port for this if you really need to hook up. You have a 12-volt charger up here, and then here they actually have a lot of interesting things going on. In the previous D-Max LSC that I drove, I remarked that there were a lot of empty buttons here and empty spots. Not anymore. All of those are taken up. Now right here you got the rough road mode or the rough terrain mode. Here you've got your electronic Diff Lock for the back. That's a feature a lot of D-Max customers, particularly the 4x4 enthusiasts, always wanted. It's exclusive to the 4x4. Some of the other 4x4 variants get a limited slip differential for the rear. Right here you've got your AVM button. So when you press this, the AVM comes on the screen, and then you can press it again. And then on the right, you've got your hill descent control. You got your parking sensors to turn it off if you need to. And right here, you've got a USB port, so you can plug in a flash drive and download the files on the DVR. Because if we go here, for example, these videos right here, you can copy them and then plug in a USB and then download at home. So if you want to capture your trail adventure, you can. If you want to capture an incident on the road, you can easily download to your computer and post online or send to the proper authorities. But the thing I really like the most about the D-Max is the abundance of storage and compartments all around. Like I showed you the one under behind the rear seat. You've got a pocket underneath there for storage of stuff and tools, but all around the vehicle there's plenty. For example, right here we showed you this. You've got this upper glove compartment. You've got this lower glove compartment with the really thick and beefy manual. You should really read this when you're driving any new vehicle. And that fits right there very nicely. You've got a compartment up there, deep cup holders here. And speaking of cup holders, you've got these as well, which allows you to chill, let's say, a hot cup of coffee if you want to drink it right away. You've got the wireless charger here. Again, that's for your phone. The cup holders all around, really pockets for all kinds of stuff. But the thing I like is that my big water bottle can fit in the doors. How cool is that? In terms of the way the D-Max drives, we don't expect any changes from the other one on the road. But where we really expect the changes to be are when you go off-road or when the road really gets tricky, really gets slippery. And today, given the rain, we're gonna be able to do a little bit of that. So yes, the D-Max is very much a capable 4x4. And let's try doing a few of these ramp tests to see how it can make it up there, even with 4x2. So right now we are still in 4x2. We're gonna try to make it up this very slippery ramp, see if it can, and make it up there Ah, there you go. See, that's the 4x2. You slide around a little bit. You can feel that when you try to make it up here without having momentum. You can see that you try to get up there, and then see, that's the 4x2. Now let's try the 4x4. So let's back it up a little bit. I think for this one we will do 4-wheel drive low, just for fun. So right now we go into neutral, okay, 4-wheel drive high, and then off. Once it engages, we'll go to 4-wheel drive low. So right now, waiting for that green to engage, and then see if we can switch to 4 low. I think we need to move forward a little bit. There you go, it's engaged. And we are going to try using the rear differential lock. We can see it right here. Now let's go. Let's just go gradually, slowly. And then there you go. See, very, very easy when you have all 4 wheels helping you out. When you have it in 2-wheel drive mode without the diff lock, it's really going to be more like 1-wheel drive because it's an open diff. When you have it locked like that, it should be good, no problem. We're still in 4-wheel drive low, and the rear differential lock, yeah, we're making it work today. So we've got this soft soil here. Let's see if it can manage it, no problem. Seems to be okay. I mean, in a 4x2, you do not want to be driving over that when it's rained like that. So now let's try, see if it'll hold on this angle. Whoa, I hope I don't roll it over. Here we go. Whoa. That's nice. It's the rain made everything a bit more challenging, so we're trying to approach it from wrong angles and see if the D-Max can make it through. But I think in this one we may need a bit of momentum, and that's really the key to this kind of driving. You need to have a little bit of momentum and a little bit of faith in the system. So let's try momentum. Thank you, Diff Lock. Without Diff Lock, that might have been a little bit more tricky. And even if you have the rough terrain mode, that works really well too. But Diff Lock is still what we really want. Now let's try getting on the bit of the water there. I mean, it's not going to be super deep, I hope. So we have here Mr. Jason Sahol. He's the guy responsible for product planning the new D-Max, and thank you for giving us Diff Lock. Now let's put it to the test, right?
Enjoy.
So we will enjoy. So first, let's go to 4-wheel drive high. Wait for the graphic to go green, and then once it does, we can pop onto 4-wheel drive low, and I should see all of the things here go orange because it'll deactivate a lot of the safety features, meaning you have to know what you're doing when you're driving this. So there we go, Diff Lock is engaged, and we have the camera right here so you can see exactly what we're doing. So let's turn it on now. The only unfortunate thing was because of the rain, the water got a little bit murky. So we're gonna be descending into that brownness down there, and I have my team. They're doing the shoot. Ready, boys? All right, so let's do this, and then let's engage Diff Lock. So I hope the rocks aren't good, but thank God this one does have 240 millimeters of ground clearance. So we'll just try our best to avoid the big rocks. I don't see much right now, but you can see the water right there. We have to remove the plates. Keep that in mind when you're doing this kind of a river crossing thing. If you're gonna try this, you really should remove the front plates. Oh, you can see it going over the camera. Keep that in mind. I don't see any rocks around, but I see some there, but yeah, shouldn't be too bad. I think I can do a 180 right over here, a 3-point turn. So let's try it now. But yeah, really the water weighting of this, right now we're not even close to the maximum. We're just trying to avoid the rocks. That one was deep. So Diff Lock gets me out of the way. Oh, that's good. Yeah, had me a little nervous on that one, but thank God we got the 4x4 to get us through. Just watching for the rocks over here, making sure I don't hit any, and then we can go up the other side. Whoop, let's get the camera on again. So there, All right, it should be clear. And then,
Yeah, kaliwa lang, kaliwa lang, kaliwa lang. Okay, good.
and then power through. That's Nico right there on the radio, helping me get through it. So yeah, we're in the deeper part of the water now. I see a rock there. You have to pay attention not to smack it. But the good thing about the D-Max, it does have plenty of underbody protection, at least especially in this 4x4 variant, which is what you want in a 4x4. All right, that's enough water fun for today. Let's get back up onto dry-ish land so we can talk more about the D-Max. Now, you see you got this little ramp here. Okay, it shouldn't be a problem for ground clearance. Yeah, that's that ground clearance right there. All right. You know, even though it is confidence inspiring, it does get a little bit more nervous, at least for me anyway, because the last thing I want to do is damage a car. As a car enthusiast and as a pickup truck enthusiast, I really appreciate what Isuzu did to level up the D-Max range for the customers all over the country that want something tough and can handle the job. Now, when it comes to the variants, there are actually a lot. You want a single cab 4x2? It's got it. It's even got a single cab 4x4 for those of you who have to venture out into far-flung areas to carry cargo and the like. You want a 4x2 double cab manual? It's got all that, including a 4x4 manual, different variations and different prices. We'll list it all right here for you to peruse. Personally, we're gonna gravitate towards the LSE 4x4 automatic because it's got all the bells and whistles. But guys, let us know in the comments below which variant of the Isuzu D-Max is for you. This is Vince of AutoIndustriya.com.